Hey guys, it's Jen. I wanted to do a short video on how we are preparing Carter for preschool, because he will be starting preschool when we get back in a couple of weeks, maybe like a week into August or so he'll be starting. And we're just sending him to a in-home preschool, someone that we know, someone that Jeremy used to work with, and she used to be a teacher in public school, and now she has been teaching out of her home for a few years. So he will go Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 to noon, and I think it'll be really good for him. It's going to be really hard for me, but I think it'll be really good for him. He loves other kids, he loves interacting, and I think it'll be really good for him to just be around other kids. So he will be starting preschool. He will be 5 in September. He didn't quite meet the cutoff, so we held him, we could have pushed to have him be starting preschool or kindergarten this year, but we just really thought it was important for us to spend an extra year working with him and doing our own thing, and I think now he is actually ready to start preschool. So that's what he's doing. But there are several things I'm doing to get him started. I've been working with him for a couple of years now, just at home by myself, and I'm not a teacher. I have no training whatsoever. This is just what works for us. And so this may work for you, it may not, but I'm not saying this is what you have to do. This is just what works for Carter and myself. So when Cooper takes his morning nap, I spend maybe about a half an hour every day with him, just doing different activities, different books and stuff. And these are some of the books that I've really been liking. And most of these, or a few of them, I got at Target, just in the dollar section or at the dollar store. And they're great. So this one is First Words. And this is actually kindergarten level, but I don't know. It works fine for him. So each page just has a couple of words and shows you them up here, and then has it so he can trace it, and then he can write it on his own, and then it has a little sentence that he can fill in. And I normally just read it and ask him which word sounds better, and he always picks the right one. Like, it just amazes me. Like, I always think, oh, he's not going to be able to do this, it's too advanced, and he just catches on right away. It's so cool. And then this page just has, well, he didn't do this page, but it tells you a little activity, it has a little picture, you could color it and stuff like that. So he's done quite a few of these pages. I don't expect him to remember these words, but I have noticed a huge improvement with him, just with his writing ability and following directions. That was mostly my goal with this book, was just having him have something to do, and this book has been really, really good for him. So I strongly suggest this one, First Words, and I believe I got this one at the dollar store. Okay, then another one that, we've been doing is this preschool math skills, and it's really simple. In the beginning, it just has the writing, the drawing thing to help them, get the curves and all that type of stuff. We actually skipped over all this because we kind of had already done our own work pages with those. Then it goes into shapes, and then it gets into the numbers. And again, he can trace it and then write it on his own. Every time he finishes a page, it has a little sticker section. You put a little sticker on the page. He really enjoys doing that. So he knows all of his numbers, but now we're just going over them, writing them over and over again. So there's that book that I really like, Preschool Math Skills by Leapfrog. And this one we just started this month. We are focusing on colors. He knows all of his colors, but I'm trying to get him so he can recognize the words in books, because several books have colors, and one book, which I'll do a separate video about, this book that I've been really enjoying that my mother-in-law gave us, but it's all about colors, and it's just really cool for him to be reading a book. It's amazing. So this one's Colors and Shapes. This is kindergarten level as well. But in this book, it has 2 pages for every color. So we started off with red, and we did a few days just learning about the word red, because we have sight words that we've been doing, but I think he just gets so overwhelmed. Like, here's 20 sight words. He knows them, but he just gets so frustrated. So I've been trying to just focus on a couple of words every week. So we did red and blue last week. This week we are going to be doing yellow, and the next one is orange. So he did this one today. He did yellow, and he surprised me so much. I don't even know if I have the paper in here now. I don't. But after we traced it on here, I asked him, if he wanted to color some objects that were yellow on a paper, and he decided to write the word yellow. And by the time I looked back, it was done. And I was going to give him this book and tell him, okay, here's the word yellow. Go ahead and, look at the letters and write it on your own paper. And he did it without looking at it. And yellow's a hard word, so I was really impressed. So we're working on colors this month. I hope to get through all the colors, the primary colors. And so there's a couple things we've been doing with the colors. We made, so I don't know, this is just really simple, but so like for the color red, he did this one. I wrote the word red, he wrote the word red, and then I asked him to draw some objects that were red. So he drew, which his drawings are so cute. This is a balloon. I drew a heart. He tried to draw a couple hearts here. There's an apple, strawberry, watermelon. This was a pencil, so just cute. He also did like a scavenger hunt for the color red. We had a red bucket. He had to go around the house and find all kinds of red objects. And he knows the color red, but it was just fun for him to actually do something with the color red. And so with blue, he drew another picture, and this was supposed to be a pool, and his grandma and Opa here, and a cloud, and just, I don't know, I just love seeing the pictures that he draws. So those were really cute. And then last week we had some little stickers. We didn't have another E, so we had to write it on there. But we had some stickers, so you had to put those in the right order and write the words down here. So these are just simple things that we do on paper, and it works for him. It keeps him entertained. Another activity we did for the color red was the watermelon picnic. I found this offline. They're just the file folders. And he has a bunch of these, but I just put this one together here. But it has like a piece of watermelon, and then he has to count how many seeds are on there and then find the number and put it on there. This is really cute. He loves this game, or we call it a game. But so we did this for the color red. He also I've been trying to teach him like scissors and how to use them. So I found a bunch of papers online, you can do straight lines and then curves and then circles and shapes. So this was his first activity, actually cutting stuff out on his own, which was so cute. But he made a collage for the color red. I just gave him a magazine and said, cut out whatever pictures you want that have red in them. So he did this for red, and then we did blue on the other side. We haven't done yellow. We'll probably do the yellow one tomorrow. So he's been really enjoying this because he loves scissors. So, one other activity we did for the colors, we just have like rocks here. He hasn't been liking flashcards. So we have all these sight words, and he knows these, but he doesn't like doing it. I don't know, he's just not into it. So I thought, I'm not going to put these new words on flashcards. We were going to do something different. So we got rocks, and I wrote, I'll write the words red, blue, yellow, all the primary colors, and then he gets to paint a rock, the actual colors. So he did a red one and a blue one. So we'll do this for every color, and then later on, he can match them up, find which one says red, so he can match up the rocks. I'm sure we can do other activities too, but I just thought that was different, and he's been really enjoying this. Way different than the flashcards, so it's been working for us. Okay, a couple of other books that we have been enjoying are, let's see, this one is Letter Sounds. This is pre-K, ages 3 to 4, and it's hooked on phonics. And this one's really cool because it will go through, like the first page here is about the letter M, and you have to pick out, or you have to find the M in these words and sound it out, use the sound of M, and then here you have to figure out which object actually starts with M. And it actually has been working very, very well for us, this book. So we've done, quite a few pages in here. I try not to do too many, in a week, because we try and focus on just a couple of things every week. So I really like this book. Another one, and I think this one we got offline, like off Amazon or something. This one I actually found at Joann's craft store in their little teacher section. So Learning with Me, Math Basics. This is really, really a cute book. You have to kind of prepare ahead of time, but they have all kinds of different activities in here. And I don't know what this one is per se, but you cut it out, and this one, place the shape cards on the grid so that each row and each column has one of each shape. So then he would have to put like the triangle here. And so you cut it out and then he does it. And he really has been enjoying these. There's all different kinds of stuff in here. I really like this one. And one more book that we've been doing, which I think we're actually have like 2 more pages left in this book. Or no, maybe a few more than that. Reading Readiness. And let's see, who's this? School Zone, I guess. This is grades K through 1, so it's a little more advanced, but I've just been picking out the items that work for him. This one we didn't do. It's like fill in the letters. We haven't done that one yet. I don't want to make him too frustrated. But what I did like was the ending sounds. So he would have to determine on this page if the word ended in a D or a T. And so we have to sound it out, and then he'd write the word below. He really enjoyed this book. And then I think it got into, sequencing, if that's the correct term. But he would have to determine what picture came first. And he did really good at that. I thought, no, he's not going to get it. And he got it right away. And he just wanted to do more and more and more. I'm like, oh man, there's only a few pages of this. So he's been enjoying that. And I think it goes into colors next, which will work out good because we're learning the colors. So maybe he'll be able to recognize the words. So this one I've been really enjoying. One other thing that we did last week was I have a bunch of these little fake coins. So there's quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. And we did a couple of worksheets with these, like buying stuff. And he caught on to these so fast. I was totally amazed. I can show him a coin and he knows what it is. Now he doesn't really understand necessarily that a penny is worth 1 cent and that type of thing, but I think we'll get there in time. I can't expect him to know everything right away, but so he's been enjoying the money. Okay, a couple of other changes that we're making just to get him ready for preschool is trying to focus more on certain activities at one time, because I'm assuming, when he goes to preschool, it's going to be like, right now we're going to do this activity, because he kind of jumps all over the place. So what we started this last week was just a quiet reading time, and he loves it. So normally when I'm like getting ready in the shower, I just set him up on the bed with all of his books, and we started with 15 minutes, and we're going to slowly work our way up to a half an hour. And I'd set a little timer. He loves the timer, and once it beeps off, he knows he's done. But sometimes he goes back to the books and just enjoys himself. So he just has quiet reading time, and obviously he's not reading the books at this point, but he's doing one activity, focusing on something, using his imagination, that type of thing. So that he's been really, really enjoying. We've also been focusing on him cleaning up his toys more. It has, we're kind of on vacation here. I don't know if you've watched my previous videos, but we've been in Oregon for 2 months. So, we're in like a vacation home and everything is different. So it's hard for him to be in his normal routine, but we have gotten better with cleaning up. He has a responsibility chart, and every time he gets a sticker, it's worth 25 cents. So he knows when he gets so much money, he already has the next toy picked out that he wants, which is really nice, because then he knows when we go to the store, we're not going to buy him a toy. He can save up and get his own toy. So, hopefully he saves up enough money to buy the toy he wants before we leave. Otherwise, we'll have to buy it for him, and then I'll give it to him when he gets enough stickers. But so he has his own responsibilities. Every day he has to, get dressed and put his dirty clothes in his laundry. He needs to clean up his toys at the end of the day. Sometimes we do a little cleanup in the middle of the day that, he does that. We encourage him to put his dishes in the sink. And what else? He has more responsibilities at home, like making his bed, making sure his room's clean. But here it's a little bit different. It's not exactly the same. So we'll get back into that. What are some other things we've been doing? We've been trying to focus on him listening a little bit better, because we're his parents. He may not listen to us the same way that he would listen to a teacher. We're hoping he listens to his teacher a little bit better than us, but we know that the teacher he will be with, she kind of know the system that she does. But when a child does something, maybe says something not so nice, or it just talks back to another child, she she tells them, okay, that wasn't very nice, you need to try again. So I've been trying to start that here, so when she does it there, he kind of already knows, oh, okay, yeah, I know how this works, so I need to do it again, say something a little bit nicer. But, so those are a few things that I've been trying to kind of get him prepared for preschool. Again, I am not a teacher. We do not homeschool like officially. I do what I think is best for Carter, and I think it's been working. He knows so much, and it's really cool to see him progress through everything. So if you guys have any other activities that have really worked for you before your child has started preschool, comment below or do a video response, because I would love to have some new ideas. I'm always on Pinterest and that type of stuff looking for different activities, but if you guys have something, post it below or send me some information. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you soon. Bye.